What's happening over there?
Unknown. Checking.
What do you mean unknown?
Please hurry.
Okay, what's up, Let's Play fans? This is the Game Virus, also known as the G Virus, and this is Let's Play Resident Evil Code Veronica X GameCube Edition. And I have been looking forward to playing this game the most out of any of the other Resident Evil titles. Mainly because this is a very long game. Out of all the classic Resident Evil titles, the originals, this is probably the longest with that classic Resident Evil style. At about 12 hours the first time you play through it. And it's just chock full of that classic, cheesy, B-horror movie, convoluted stories and cutscenes, Resident Evil style that I like so much. Because and it just offers so much of it because it's so damn long, and it's just that classic gameplay style that I admire and am very nostalgic for. So with that being said, I was very excited to play this game, which is ironic because Code Veronica is my least favorite entry into the series, at least as far as the main entries go, with Resident Evil 0 being close behind it, but it's just not aesthetically pleasing to me. I just do not like the setting, the design, some of the wacky characters. It just doesn't do it for me. And a big reason I don't like it is because they eliminated one of the biggest staples of Resident Evil, and that is the headshot. There will be no headshot montage in this game because I can't pop heads in this game. So no headshot counter whatsoever. Which is a shame, a travesty. Every other main entry you can blow some heads up. This is the only one where you can't. And another reason I don't like this game, because in my humble opinion, this is where the series really started to go off the rails. The first instances of the series just going batshit insane was with this title. A lot of people will say it was 4, it was 5. Absolutely not. That's not where it began. It began here, with Code Veronica. I mean, we have Neo Wesker running around, doing flips and jumping around and doing all kind of crazy shit, moving off fast, back from the dead, somehow, just shoehorned in there that he's alive again. I don't mind you bringing back Wesker, but he doesn't need to be one of the X-Men. And then we have the even in the opening cutscene, you can tell that this is starting to go off the rails. When Claire's running through corridors, being chased by guards, having gunfights, and helicopters are shooting them up like a scene out of Terminator. And she's doing all kind of bullet time, slow dodging, and dropping her gun to the ground, and somehow managing to fall to the ground before her gun hits the ground, grabbing it and shooting barrels, and blowing soldiers up. This is where Resident Evil jumped the shark right here. But I don't think a lot of people, acknowledge that fact, because it started to go off the rails, and then basically it went back on the rails with the Outbreak series and Resident Evil 0 and 1, as far as the atmosphere was concerned. And 0 and 1 was still that classic Resident Evil style, that gameplay style and aesthetic that I prefer. The whole Midwestern town feel, and the whole mansion, the whole Victorian royalty and family lineage that Code Veronica has. It's just not my thing, and it's not what Resident Evil is. It's not the style that I like Resident Evil in. So it's ironic that this is my least favorite game, yet I am most excited to LP it. And I'm doing the GameCube port, for one, because it's the rarest port of Code Veronica, and it has the ability to up the brightness of this game through the game. And if you know anything about Resident Evil Code Veronica, it's that it is notoriously dark and a pain to capture, because on every other port you can only up the brightness through your TV, which doesn't translate when you're using a capturing device or anything like that. So you have to go through your device and upgrade the the brightness, which is a pain because then it starts looking like crap. But for some reason, all the GameCube ports, barring 4, like 2, 3, 0, 1, and Code Veronica, you can up the brightness through the game, which I believe I have done. Let's take a look. It should already be up at 100. No, it's at 80. Okay, we'll go ahead and bump that up now. Create that save file. Yeah, that's why it wasn't already bumped up, because I erased the previous save file that was on here, so it's already looking better. But anyways, yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into this. Let me go ahead and read the back of the case of this rare GameCube port of Resident Evil Code Veronica. Let's go ahead and see what they were trying to sell us back when this came out, 2004. Let's see what they said. You survived the relentless nemesis of Resident Evil 3. Now, play the next installment of this Resident Evil series on the Nintendo GameCube. TM. This time, you play as Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2. After narrowly surviving the horrific onslaught in Raccoon City, Claire now seeks clues in search of her missing brother, Chris. To her horror, she discovers Umbrella Corporation's insidious activities are not isolated to the remote Midwestern city. Something much larger is going on. Everything you feared and more. Discover key plot points, travel to new environments and locations to help solve puzzles, find and earn cool weapons to battle biohazard-generated creatures. And it's pretty much the same as the rest of the ports. There's slight variations to them. But, yeah. I'm going to try to get this game done as fast as I possibly can. I'm still going to investigate everything, look at stuff, use all the weapons, kill a lot of things, but I will employ speedrunning tactics here and there just to speed things up, because this is a kind of a long game and I don't want a whole bunch of parts. But with that being said, let the batshit insane off the rails survival horror journey begin. This is the Game Virus, and this is Code Veronica X. Let's get into it.
Resident Evil.
The voice is different that's saying Resident Evil as well on this port.
The American Midwestern town, Raccoon City, has been completely decimated due to the T-virus outbreak that was instigated by the international corporation Umbrella. Claire Redfield, who arrived in Raccoon City to search for her lost brother Chris, and a rookie police officer, Leon S. Kennedy, managed to escape from the city. But their ordeal was only a prelude of things to come. 3 months later.
Your identification number is WKD4496. Welcome to your new home.
Jesus.
Her name is Claire Redfield. We caught her trespassing in our Paris lab facility 10 days ago. She apparently infiltrated the complex looking for her lost brother.
Here we go.
Redfield, one of the surviving members of RPD's famous STARS teams.
You know, even as a young lad, I knew there was something wrong with what I was seeing here. I mean, it's like a scene out of Die Hard or Terminator right here. Definitely out of Terminator with the helicopter and the corridor, it's the Cyberdyne building. It's definitely a Terminator influence in these Resident Evil games. And then once Wesker shows up, he pretty much looks just like the Terminator. Now Claire's about to do something that's going to make Alice from the Resident Evil movies incredibly jealous. Because this is something she would do. This is right up her alley right here. And even when I was a kid, I knew this was bullshit. Claire all of a sudden is like La Femme Nikita or something. Jeez. She went from a tomboy to being like some type of secret agent badass.
Don't move.
And we are introduced to Juan Rodrigo. He looks a bit different in the cutscene than he does in the endgame, but whatever. Claire was knocked out for days off of that gun butt from that soldier. I mean, why would you gun butt a nice, sexy young lady like this, like that? He must be like really frustrated. He must be having some shortcomings in the bedroom or something to just gun butt the living shit out of Claire to the point where she's knocked out for days. If I were equipped with a lighter, I could see outside. But before I do that, let me make sure the brightness of this game is really up, because I can't tell on my end. Yeah, it's at 100. Alright. He's having a bad day. Got a little bit of spaghetti sauce on your shirt there, pal.
Perfect. Go on. Get out of here. This place is finished. I don't know, it might have been a special forces team. But in any case, this prison's been taken over. Troops have been wiped out.
What are you saying?
You're free to leave the complex. But you may as well know you have no chance of getting off this island.
And what about you? What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me.
No problem, guy. Let me live on the back of Claire's jacket, although you can't really tell. Alright. Let's begin. Okay, Claire. A hemostatic capsule is on the floor. It's empty. Alright. Some bullets right there I'm not even going to bother with. An herb in that cell I'm not going to bother with. It's a list of prisoners. My name is at the end. WKD-4496. Claire Redfield. The escort's name is at the end of the document. Umbrella Medical Paris 3rd Security Unit Leader, Rodrigo Juan Ravel. Wow, what a name you got there, pal. There's a knife there. We don't need that either. Nah, we don't need any of that shit. Let's go see what she says about him. His eyes are closed. He's bleeding. I'll need hemostatic medicine. Alright, now, we're going to bring him some medicine back later, but we don't really need to. But there's some perks to doing it, and I'll just do it. Show you guys everything. Another benefit to the GameCube port of this game is the fact that it's the GameCube controller. And for whatever reason, the GameCube controller is perfect for these Resident Evil games. Like, I have the most control and precision with the characters with the GameCube controller. That means 2, 3, 4, Code Veronica. I can just maneuver way better with this controller with the joystick. And to me, this is the most broken port. If you know anything about this game, you know about the manual glitch, which you can utilize to give yourself like hundreds of explosive bowgun rounds, which I won't be doing. But the fact that I could do that glitch, and the fact that in Resident Evil Code Veronica, when you get grabbed, if you're fast enough and push the buttons and the joystick around fast enough, you can shake them off before they bite you. And for whatever reason on the other ports, it's doable, but it's easier to do on the GameCube port for some reason. Like, I can run through this and basically run into zombies' hands, and they won't touch me because it's so easy to shake them off before they bite you. So with that being said, I basically can't be touched by zombies, and I have the manual glitch if I wanted to. The playing manual. This right here. I won't be utilizing it. If I do a speed run someday, I will, and I'll explain how that works in that. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite port because of that. Come on, Claire, you've seen this before. Don't be so awestruck. She's getting like so many flashbacks right now. She's like, where's Leon? That's some expert zombie dodging right there. Let's see if I can get out of this area without getting touched. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to get past this second zombie. Nope. See, he got me. It's alright though. Sometimes I can get out of there without being touched at all.
Wait, don't shoot!
Who are you?
Huh? You're not a zombie. Well, great. Wait right there. I'm coming over.
And here's our introduction to Steve, the most whiniest John Connor Leonardo DiCaprio ripoff ever.
Sorry about that little misunderstanding, but I thought you were another one of those
Shut up. Make one wrong move and I'll shoot.
Relax, beautiful. I said I was sorry. My name's Steve. I was a prisoner on this island. And I'm guessing you're not from Umbrella either.
No, I'm Claire. Claire Redfield.
Claire? Nice. I'll remember that.
You better.
Hey, I heard there's an airport around here. And once I find it, I can finally escape from this crazy island. I'll see ya.
Hey, wait up!
I don't want you following me, lady. You'll only slow me down.
You know, Steve gets a lot of shit from fans, but Steve, they really try to make you like Steve. But he's just too whiny to the point where it just fails miserably. But he actually does some cool shit in this game. I mean, the way he holds his guns alone is pretty damn cool. Look at Claire's ass. I must give credit to the developers. Claire is in possession of possibly the best Resident Evil ass ever in this game. Which says a lot, because, you know, graphics have improved over the years, but her ass still holds up. I mean, man. Couple zombies in here. We'll take care of these assholes. Some of these, oh my god. Some of these guys. See, I shook him off right there. He didn't get to touch me at all. Like I'll only get bitten in this if I'm just not paying attention or really don't expect to get bitten. But for the most part, I can just let these guys just go ahead and grab me, and I'm good, unless they throw up on me, which is a problem. But I essentially can't be touched here. Which is definitely a feather in my cap. Let's do some investigating. This toilet has some rather disgusting stains. A horrible smell lingers. Anything to be said about that? Shabby magazines are piled up here. There's a map. We don't really need maps, but whatever. Prison map. It seems that someone didn't finish their soup. It's still a bit warm. Claire's a little bit hungry. Nothing useful here. Where's this guy? See? He didn't get a chance to bite me. So it's like so easy to shake these guys off. It's like... Except for that time, because I was shooting. But whatever. Let's go ahead and heal. Alright, enough fooling with these guys. Let's get this thing going. Shook him off. Yep, I'm telling you. It's smooth sailing from here out. Like, as far as the zombies are concerned, once they introduce other monsters, that's a whole different story. Let's see what she says here. Anything? No. Nothing about all this blood. Nothing about this area. Just this file. Fair enough. Prisoner's Diary. May 13th. This room stinks of death. Based upon the information I found, I believe that I am far south of the equator. Lucky for me that Bob in the bunk below me is one of those interesting type of guys. May 16th. Today Bob told some crazy story of why he was put in his place with me. Bob said that he used to be an attendant of the head of this place. This boss named Alfred supposedly placed him in here because of a tiny little mistake. What does that mean? What's going to happen to me? May 20th. Without warning, a group of military men took Bob to the building behind the guillotine stand. At midnight, I'll sneak out of here to see him. I've been hearing that anyone taken to that building never comes back. On top of that, there are these really large plastic bags constantly being removed from the place. I'd better pray for Bob. May 21st. I was wrong. I shouldn't have gone there. What is going on in there? All I could hear was some insanely creepy laughter and the sound of Bob screaming. I don't know what to do. I can't stop thinking about it. Is that going to happen to me? I can't let it. I just can't. May 27th. Since my last entry, all my fellow inmates have been taken to that building. I know that I am next. It's obvious that we were all here to be used as Alfred's guinea pigs. There's no way out. What am I going to do? You're going to die, buddy! That's what you're going to do. Zombie right there. Bullets right there. Let's go ahead and pick these bullets up first. Don't really need to pick any of this crap up, actually. I can dodge pretty much every zombie in here and shake them off, but just to have some ammo to fight with here and there and shoot somebody for some action, I'll take it. Go ahead and drop this guy real quick. There we go. Won't kill him. Just drop him. And run past this idiot. He didn't even get a chance to grab my ankles. What was his problem? He should have been crawling. It looked like he just tried to crawl out from under the bunk and just passed out or something. Yep, dodge that idiot. It's not hard to dodge enemies in this game. Once you figure it out, it's pretty easy. Okay, that's a bad sign. I wonder what disgusting, horribly mutated creature is responsible for that. You know, aside from character models, this game isn't really that much of a gory game, you know. Woo! Excuse me, boys! Boy, I juked the shit out of those guys, man. They should just leave. Like, they're a disgrace to the zombie race after that one.
Please deposit any metallic items you have in the security box.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and get rid of the manual. Whatever, I can't get rid of the manual, never mind. Well, I'm not going to utilize the glitch, so I might as well just read the stupid thing. But, yeah, playing manual, we don't need it. Let's just keep going. Zombies out there. I hope they don't crash through the window here. Let's just go ahead and go to the store as fast as possible. Should be a file out there, actually. I'll make sure to remember to get it. Let's go ahead and initiate this cutscene.
There was a friendly but naive king who wed a very nasty queen. The king was loved, but the queen was feared.